I don't know what to tell you. There's very few, like, decent Gundam villains. It just becomes easier to hate Ribbons because we now know his voice actor is a creep.
Oh,
Oh, what did Armoros VA do now?
Oh,
Was
you
it
didn't
the
hear it?
English one or the...
No, and it was not the English one. The English one is still just a
Oh
guy
boy.
who does voices in Canada.
the Japanese one.
You
Oh
didn't
boy.
hear about the abortion mistress?
The what? What?
Ooh, hoo hoo hoo
The
hoo.
words that just come out of your mouth.
Hoo hoo hoo.
The word.
No, no, no. Time out. Let's take a special Gundam break for this.
A Gundam break.
We'll be
Let's
back after these messages.
let's take a Gundam break.
No, we have to follow the naming conventions of G-Witch, a gun break.
Or, a Gundam breaker.
I know it's Toru Furuya.
Yeah. Oh boy. Armor, why? What'd you do?
Da, 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 da. Voice actor Toru Furuya resigns from One Piece following affair scandal. On June 22nd, anime voice actor Toru Furuya released a joint statement with his talent agency, announcing that he will step... Wow, that clock is still going down, huh? Anyway, announcing he will step down from his roles as Sabo in One Piece and Toru Amuro in Detective Conan / Case Closed. His resignation comes following a scandal where the longtime voice actor admitted to having an affair and physically abusing a fan. On May 22nd, Furuya acknowledged a report from Weekly Bushin magazine about his affair with a fan that lasted for 4.5 years and his now deactivated Twitter account. In his statement, Furuya admitted to physically abusing the fan during an argument that he caused her to have to terminate her pregnancy, saying, "I will spend the rest of my life atoning for my mistakes." Come on, I know there's more. We have been in discussions with actor Toru Furuya, who is... Sorry, I'm dodging laser fire. Who is part of our agency regarding the series of scandals that have occurred. We concluded in requesting Furuya to step down from 2 roles, those of Toru Amuro in Detective Conan and Sabo in One Piece, due to the damage to the character's image which has been accepted. We would like to deeply apologize to everyone involved in the production and many lines of the work. I, Toru Furuya, would like to... Do they talk about more of it? Da-da-da-da-da-da, apology, apology, apology. Come on, I know there's, like, actual meat to this.
Yeah, come on, we all know that when shit like
Oh,
this
there
happens,
was
they, like,
one that, like...
hospitalization tour.
Nope, this one doesn't talk about it. I'll find another one once I kill Gadessa. There's one that goes into detail about all the actual shit he did. Like, it was bad. So he was having the affair with a girl who was younger than his own daughter. You know, the old Joseph Joestar method. So it was about 4 years. And I believe that was it. That he convinced her to terminate a pregnancy, and he was, like, ridiculously rough with her about it.
Sick.
Oh man, my dude, you fucked over a bunch of series with this sex scandal. Known for voicing characters such as Tuxedo Mask in Sailor Moon, Amuro Ray in Mobile Suit Gundam, Yamcha in Dragon Ball, Toru Amuro in Detective Conan, Sabo in One Piece, Pegasus Seiya in Saint Seiya, Kyosuke Kasuga in Kimagure Orange Road, and Ribbons Allmark in Mobile Suit Gundam 00.
Damn.
To me,
Fitting for ribbons, but
yeah. You get to be Ribbons from now on. Let's see. Amuro voice. Give me that subreddit. Oh man, that's the best. So, the character in Metaphor Refantasio that he voiced had his voice actor change from Toru Furuya to Hakahito Koyasu. They literally swapped Homie out for Miliardo Peacecraft. Anyway.
that at the top left. Beyond hard. Cement.
You know, as the old saying goes, fuck around and find out.
Yeah, you really are the second best subreddit for everything Super Best Friends play. Here we go. Legendary voice actor Toru Furuya, 70 years old, caught in Detective Conan affair scandal. A 4.5-year affair with a fan 37 years younger than him. Police called for assault with pregnancy and abortion revelations. The former lover speaks out as he faces the consequences. Whenever I see innocent children on the street, I'm reminded of that day. It pains me to see him surrounded by fans, acting as if nothing happened. I decided to come forward in hopes that he never repeats the same mistake, Eiko confesses. She had been a long-term affair with voice actor Toru Furuya until last year. He told me, I won't lie or betray you. He accepted my selfishness and believed I accepted his as well. But looking back now, I wonder how much of it was really heartfelt. Born in Yokohama in 1953, Toru Furuya joined the Himawari Theater Group at age 7, officially launching his career spanning over 60 years. At 15, he joined Humahoshi in Star of the Giants. In his 20s, he landed the defining role of Amuro Ray in Mobile Suit Gundam. An anime industry insider comments, Furuya's fresh voice and delicate performance matched the innovative hero archetype of protagonist hesitant to fight, but not to fuck, huh? He became a representative voice actor for Japan and was invited to anime events in Europe, America, and the Middle East. Furuya continued to voice iconic characters such as Pegasus Seiya and Saint Seiya, Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon, and Yamcha in Dragon Ball, cementing his status as a legendary voice actor. In his private life, Furuya married fellow voice actress Mami Koyama, divorcing in 1983. Okay, that lasted a whole 7 years? Holy shit. He remarried voice actress at the time, Satomi Majima, in 1985, and they had a daughter in 1992. Wow, she is the exact same age as me. His role as Toru Amuro in Detective Conan in 2012 propelled his popularity to even greater heights. Furuya himself stated, this might be the character that made me break out the most in my voicing career. Amuro's triple-faced role as a public security bureau officer, a member of an enemy organization, and part-time cafe worker captivated many women with his mysterious charm, and blah 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 blah. I am not reading fucking Detective Conan more.
We'll be here all night.
It's like 2 whole paragraphs. Holy shit, I don't give a flying fuck about Detective Conan. It's gonna outlive me.
I mean, at the pace it's going, One Piece will outlive us too.
Oh, this was important. I'm sorry. I'm still skipping it, though. It was through Detective Conan that Furuya met Eiko, who we mentioned at the beginning. She is 33, a staggering 37 years younger than Furuya, and just a year apart from his daughter. She recounts... No, wait, yeah, that's true. She recounts, as an anime fan, I knew Furuya's name, but I became a fan after hearing his voice as Toru Amuro in the 2016 film Detective Conan, The Darkest Nightmare. Around that guy looks like dried out jerky. Holy shit. He's 70, that's fair. Around 2017, she participated in an event where Furuya interacted closely with fans. It involved hugging, cuddling, and other close interactions. That's weird. We actually kind of like axed Vic Mignogna for that, which made me fall for him even harder. Before I knew it, I had gone to see Zero the Enforcer 45 times. What the fuck? Moved to tears by his performance. I can't produce sperm, he said. 4 days, her interaction with Toru Furuya were limited to a one-sided action of sending fan letters and gifts to his agency. That all changed on New Year's Day in 2019 when a text message from an unknown number arrived. This is Toru Furuya. Sorry for the sudden text. Eiko's heart soared, and who could blame her? Well, she scored too, but we'll talk about that later. At first, I thought it might be a scam, but as we exchanged messages, I realized it was really him. I couldn't believe it. She most certainly did. No points on the board, though. The first face-to-face meeting was a month later, in February 2019, at a restaurant in Tokyo. I was nervous, but I managed to strike up a conversation about his various works. He came across as a true gentleman, she adds. After their meal, they found themselves in a karaoke booth. where Furuya's enchanting voice filled the air with Maria Takeuchi's Eki. I have never heard that song before, I'll look it up later. Following March, Furuya was staying at a hotel in Kochi City for an anime and manga-related event. Eiko, who had come to the city to attend the event as a general audience member, was invited to Furuya's hotel room. It was already past midnight, but she headed to the hotel where he was staying. The moment I stepped into the room, he pushed me onto the bed with a force I hadn't expected. There was no build-up, no romance. It was so abrupt. As he grew more aroused, he tried to enter me without protection. When I pleaded, "Wait, please," he just brushed it off, saying, it's okay," she recounts. Sounds like a fucking romance novel. Anyway, she tried to stop him again, but he explained, "I can't produce sperm. My wife and I tried fertility treatments for about 7 years. Even if I finish inside you, there's absolutely no chance you'll get pregnant." This is why I stopped working in OBGYN. You hear shit like that all the time. Like, listen, no matter how old you are as a guy, there's never a 0% chance. Unless you have, even with, like, your testicles removed, there is never a 0% chance.
As long as a part of that system remains, there's a chance.
Oh my god. As mentioned earlier, Furuya does have a daughter, but... Eiko reflects, even though he said that I was still anxious about getting pregnant, but he was my idol, someone I admired deeply. The thought that he might be lying never crossed my mind. In the end, we had unprotected sex that night, she admits. From that one passionate encounter, their relationship intensified at a dizzying pace. Furuya made numerous visits to her home, squeezing in time between his hectic schedule. A constant source of tension between them was the undeniable fact that he was a married man. "I desperately want to be with you, but I don't think it's possible. I'm so sorry. I'll have to give up the roles I'm currently playing. It would cause problems for so many people. I love you, Eiko, but I don't want to break up. So you probably can't forgive me." Furuya, juggling his roles as a voice actor, family man, and her lover, often sent her skillfully crafted line messages. Why the fuck is line capitalized? Is that an acronym?
Yeah, it's their international messaging system that they can use.
I'm glad you know these things so I don't have to.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
actually...
useful.
It's one of those things that I'm fairly curious as to why a similar thing hasn't been adopted here, because instead of like having to tell someone your phone number, your social media account, and whatnot, you just activate the NFC function on your phone, and you can exchange line contact info that way.
Oh, it's like
actually
a,
convenient.
yeah, only a couple of phone companies have that thing where you can just send someone a contact card. That seems like it's a real waste. Damn. Age difference be damned, I had fallen head over heels for him as a man, but he always maintained that he can't get divorced, she says. In September 2020 marked a turning point where an incident occurred at Furuya's villa in the Kanto region. That day, too, we got into a heated argument about our relationship, and then he snapped, she recounts. "Enough is enough, you bitch!" In a fit of rage, in a fit of rage, Furuya allegedly...
Fucking shitty fanfiction.
Hey, man, she's telling the story, bruh. You take that wherever you want. In a fit of rage, Furuya allegedly struck her face several times. Blood gushed from her nose, staining the futon where they had lain moments before. "I scrambled for my phone and locked myself in the bathroom, frantically dialing 110. I know it's their 911. She says, "Help me, please!" Her desperate screams filled the air. The next instant, Furuya forced open the bathroom door, snatched her phone, and powered it off. Furuya refused to return the phone, leaving Eiko no choice but to flee the villa. He chased after her, dropping to his knees on the street, begging for forgiveness. Yeah, this is fucking fanfiction territory. "I'm so sorry." Upon hearing his apology, the two retreated into the villa. However, when Eiko turned on her phone, she found several missed calls from the local police. In the end, 4 or 5 officers showed up at the villa. I was the one questioned at the entrance, while Furuya hid in a back room the entire time. Later, Eiko confronted Furuya over the phone about his violent outburst. "Hitting me was wrong, wasn't it? I'll be honest, I completely lost my temper. And in the face at that. Of course, I just feel awful about that." Despite the turbulent episodes, their relationship persisted. Furuya even sought Eiko's guidance for an apparel brand he was developing. Moreover, he wielded his ultimate weapon without restraint. He professed his love to Eiko using the voices of beloved characters, including Toru Amuro, the very role that brought them together.
50
You didn't think it was weird I was using my bullshit voice?
Oh, trust me, I knew exactly where this was going when it started.
Ahem. You're my lover, he proclaimed. He whispered a variation of Amuro's iconic line, My lover is this country, replacing this country with her name, his voice dripping with affection. The greatest challenge to their relationship emerged in March 2021 when Eiko discovered she was pregnant. Eiko tearfully recalls that time. It was my first pregnancy, yet he casually sent a line message saying, I'm sorry, I should have been more careful. When I called him, the first words out of his mouth were, I want you to get an abortion. I wanted him to consider my feelings first, no matter how much we discussed it. He stubbornly insisted, I want you to abort it. I'm gonna clip this once this goes up. I'm gonna clip this, throw it on the channel.
Please?
Shit's gonna get, like, be canned so fast. This production agency's gonna come after me and everything. Furuya's words tore Eiko's heart to shreds. Is it really mine? That can't be called yet a life. Oof. Eiko yielded Furuya's wishes and chose to terminate the pregnancy. However, Furuya allegedly refused to sign the consent form required by the hospital. Yeah, bruh, no. Yeah. When he refused to sign, he justified it by saying, It's so I can continue my relationship with you. I persuaded him and had him sign a memorandum after the surgery, separate from the one submitted to the hospital beforehand. Following the abortion, a period of radio silence ensued, but eventually they rekindled their affair. They went to see Conan and One Piece movies that Furuya appeared in, and even went on a pilgrimage, visiting locations from the works. The breakup came abruptly last September at the airport, as they returned from an event in Hokkaido where Furuya had performed, accompanied by Eiko. Once again, we got into a heated argument about our future, but our tempers flared, even with other passengers around. He was angrier than I'd ever seen him. He brought up the abortion, saying, I signed the consent form, didn't I? And you knew I was married when you got involved with me. I couldn't help but wonder if those were his true feelings. I was overwhelmed with a sense of frustration and betrayal, she recalls. Then Furuya said, It's well and truly over now, and left. I haven't directly contacted him since then. Looking back, he said such cruel things to me on countless occasions. Things like, I haven't been intimate with my wife in decades, so being with you isn't cheating. He did, holy shit. He did terrible things. Jeez.
That's actually a common
It doesn't count.
Unfortunately.
It doesn't count. Wow. He did terrible
Wives
things. What?
Wives will actively forgive their husbands for visiting a brothel or something, because as long as there's no emotional investment, it's not.
That count. All right. Far be it from me to judge others, I guess. He did terrible things, but there were also moments of genuine happiness. Even now, my feelings are a tangled mess, Eiko says. When we requested an interview with Furuya to verify the facts, he agreed to meet. In a room at his designated agency, a somber Furuya awaited us. His eyes were red and swollen, and he seemed to be fighting back tears. Is it true you were in an affair with Eiko for 4.5 years? Yes, it's true. There's no denying it. There's a 37-year age difference between you and her, making her the same age as your daughter. I was completely caught up in the idea of being with a young, attractive woman. I let myself get carried away. Do you have genuine feelings for her? Of course I did. Did you really use the voice of Amuro to appeal to her who is a fan? It might have happened. My memory isn't what it used to be. So if she says it happened, it likely did. I deeply regret it. It was an act that tarnished the character, and I'm truly sorry for that. It's like if Cam Clark came up and used Liquid Snake's voice to tell you to rob a bank. I'm sorry.
I don't know,
Anyway.
I might listen to that.
Yeah, no, I'd be in. In March
Never done
29th,
crime.
in March 2019, during your first intimate, I got a Charlie horse, hang on. In March 2019, during your first intimate encounter, did you not use protection? Honestly, I don't remember. I apologize for that. Did you think there would be no consequences even with protection? Years ago, when I checked at the hospital, I was told that there's no possibility of pregnancy through normal intercourse. Yeah, whatever doctor told you that is fucking lying. I'll likely need care myself soon. Is it true that you were violent towards her at your villa? It's true, but it wasn't with a fist. It was with an open hand. I hit her 2 or 3 times during... Oh my god! Oh no!
Ah, yes! Because slapping her makes it better, right, guys?
I shouldn't be
Yeah,
laughing.
but
That's
my
so
hand was
fun.
open. It basically doesn't count.
Jeez, he would get along great with
I guess if I'm
some
throwing this
radical
up...
types in the Middle East, where it's perfectly fine so long
Oh
as you
no.
can read.
None of that
Oh,
here,
no.
good sir. Boy, I guess I'll clarify that. I'm not laughing because domestic violence is funny. I'm laughing because he's splitting hairs like that. Holy shit.
Yes, that is the funny part.
Ah,
That is the funny part.
Oh, I was bringing it up
Like
because
saying,
it was another
yeah,
incident
but
here.
I opened my hand though. That doesn't count.
Oh no, I heard of so that was a thing. I had a patient a couple years ago who the same thing happened. She married a guy, and because they have the law of when he says I divorce you 3 times, the divorce is just annulled because it's word of mouth. And he just called it there and went back to his country. Like, I hit her 2 or 3 times during our fight. She started saying she was going to leave because you were hitting her. Fuck. I
wonder
panicked,
why.
lost control, and lashed out. You took her phone? I panicked, thinking if this turned into a police matter and everything got out, it would be the end. The cops did come, but they considered it a lover's quarrel and left it at that. A+ police officers. 10 out of 10. The finest on the force.
98% conversion rate, though.
Were you ever hit by her? No, she never did. In March 2021, when she became pregnant, did you say you wanted her to have an abortion? Yes, that's true. Did you also ask, is it really mine? I may have said something to that effect. I had my doubts, but I still accompanied her to the hospital and paid for the procedure and a form of compensation. You also said, that can't be called a life yet? She was about 5 weeks along at the time. Oh yeah, it's really early. And that was my thinking back then, but I said it intended to console her. Oh, I said it intending to console her. Ooh, my eyes are kind of blurry now. I'm crying from earlier. As she was struggling with the situation. It's always that kind of hair-splitting absurdity that gets me. I don't know why. It's like, no.
This article is really going to apropos, that's for sure.
Isn't it the best? I guess they're at a Q&A section with him. Were you trying to avoid taking responsibility? No, I recognized it was my responsibility. You initially refused to consent the abortion procedure. I was told a consent form wasn't necessary. After she had the abortion, I signed and stamped a memorandum separate from the official form. Did you ever consider marrying her? I always made it clear to her that it was absolutely out of the question. I'm turning 71, and I'll likely need care myself soon. I knew marrying her would never lead to her happiness. Did sex play a big role in your relationship? What an asshole. This interview is a top dog. Yes, being with her made me feel like I was still a man, that I still had it in me. Does your family know about the affair? I guess so. Does your family know about the affair? I told them everything before this interview. My wife said I was foolish and short-sighted, and that we'll have to live with the shame. No shit.
Damn.
It seems she told our daughter, who apparently said, I'm on dad's side. Your daughter's a fucking psychopath. You have raised a fucking monster.
What have you done?
What have you done?
The apple don't fall far from the tree, apparently.
Holy
Yes, damn.
crap. All the things I've read in this article, that might be the one that sticks out to me.
You're telling me your dad essentially Minecraft YouTuber without the underage part.
We got
and then you were like, yeah, he's fine.
We got inverse hell of a boss. Oh man. Is everything
Minecraft YouTubered her and he's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Oof.
that's fine.
So what? He had a little affair. It happens. Fuck.
The only thing that's not, but the only thing that's
he switched teams for a minute. He'll come back.
Not even. That
It'll
girl's
be fine.
that girl's
It's
the same
fine.
age as you. What the fuck?
Yeah, that girl's the same age as you. Does that not fucking weird you out? Does that not think, man, that's not cool, Pops?
Oh, there's one more paragraph. This is the worst. Is everything you've said the truth? Yes, without a doubt, I'm completely at fault, and resorting to violence was despicable. The lowest thing a person can do. I'm genuinely sorry. I'm ready to accept any repercussions that come my way, even if it means losing everything because of this. Just as Conan says, there is always one truth.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, never
He
mind.
did not
Note,
just...
Furuya doesn't say this last line. It's just how the author closes the article.
Oh, I was about to say, that would have been the
Yeah,
funniest.
I would have exploded. I dropped my controller. Where did it go?
Using the same tactic on the interview.
Oh, man.
Oh, what an enlightening
You know
experience.
what?
That's
Really reinforcing
a
that
way to put it.
heroes.
I'm gonna probably cut the stream there. Somebody please remind me to check this VOD when it goes up. And just slice this part out.